Greetings. Welcome in, and happy Friday, everyone. I'm just bringing us in our cleansing energy with some Palo Santos. Palo Santo is one of the essential herbs that was recommended that we utilize to assist us in opening up or balancing our crown chakra. I am Simone the Shepherdess, and I was taught that when you get, you give. When you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. So on Fridays, we do fire breaths. Fire breaths are short, rapid breaths that you do utilizing only your nostrils. So the key to fire breathing is to ensure that your abdomen or diaphragm area is protruding and constricting as the capacity of your lungs fill up and as they empty out. Before we begin, I'm going to cleanse the energy with my chime bell. The 5 taps that you hear on the chime bell will represent me cleansing the energy of the 5 elements of ether, water, fire, air, and earth. Shade. Today I'm going to be I don't know what happened to my frankincense. I cannot find it anywhere. And I'm gonna get some blue lotus oil. I was trying to see if I had any of the other ones I got listed in here, but I do not. So I'm gonna be doing my fire brush today with some lotus essential oil and my amethyst. Before we begin, I want us to take 7 deep breaths by slowly inhaling through our nose until the capacity of our lungs fill up, holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then slowly releasing it from our mouths. We're only going to do 700 fire breaths today, and then we're going to close out with another 7 deep breaths. Let's begin. So the journal point for today is how can I have more faith in this lifetime? I've been sitting in the energy of this journal prompt for the past few days, hence why I've been like in this meditative state. And all I wanted to do is like meditate and go within. But how can I have more faith in this lifetime? What I have deduced for me is truly believing that the universe is conspiring in my favor. Like, truly believing that the universe wants me to succeed, that it was already written for me to succeed, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Yesterday I had a scheduled like interview with a recruiter for a position, and the recruiter didn't even like call, show up, send a cancellation email, like nothing. Like, and at first I was like wanted to go into like the woe is me energy, like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? Y'all know I told y'all how I've been trying to like align with some type of compensation or income to maintain my lifestyle. I'm no longer tying it to a job, because if you feel like, oh, I need a job to make money, that's the only way you're gonna be able to align yourself with money. So leaving it open to the universe to just align me with funding however the universe see fit. But I am still, in a sense, trying to be in control, because the position that the recruiter didn't even show up for or contact me about, that was scheduled on their calendar, like, I didn't even want the position. It's not even something I want to do. I even applied knowing it was a huge pay cut, but I'm just like, okay, God, the way these bills are looking, the way these bill collectors are looking, the way finances are looking, like something has to shake. Like, we going over more than 365 days here, and this ain't sitting right with me. But having a faith that was just another sign that, Simone, you're not in control. The way this next opportunity, this next blessing, this next season is about to enter for me, it is going to be done divinely. And my only job right now is to vibrating in it already happening, as if it is already done, because it is. And it's like, so nothing I do is going to expedite the season, and if I do something, it is only going to hinder the speed in which it comes. Does that make sense? So really just, for me, relinquishing to the divine, like, okay, everything I'm doing, I'm not reaping anything from the steps that I've been taking, from the applications that I've been putting in, from the help that I've been seeking. And it's just like, okay, well, if I'm putting all this energy out to try and resolve whatever issues I may feel that I have, and nothing seems to be, it's working out in my favor in a sense, because like, that's not for you, but it's not working out in a sense because I'm like, okay, why the fuck am I going down this path and not obtaining any type of fruits from my labor? And it's telling me that God is like, no, you bigger than that. You can't have that, because that'll be you settling. So how can I have more faith in this lifetime? Really relinquishing to the divine and trusting the divine for me. But for you, how can I have more faith in this lifetime? For me, affirming, I am sure that the universe has my back. I'm sure that the universe is conspiring in my favor. I am sure that all things are working for my good. I'm gonna pull from 3 cards today. Decks. The first deck I'm pulling from is my African Goddess Oracle deck. So 2 cards came out. The first card is Memlembo, self-sabotage. Wow. So it's like, if I refuse to relinquish to the divine, I'm not going to end up doing anything but self-sabotaging myself. A divine plan that was already orchestrated, I'm not going to do nothing but hinder myself from reaching the final destination. And then we got Yamaya again, awakening. As we are journeying through balancing or opening up our crown chakra, we are aligning with awakening. Truly knowing, accepting, and being aware of a greater plan, something that's bigger than us. I've been fucking with pulling all the cards lately and then diving into the book. This is my Cannabis Oracle deck. So from the Cannabis Oracle deck, two cards ended up coming out to clarify self-sabotage, and it was Quatamara initiation. But y'all, look, this is giving me swamp vibes, just like the energy that's coming from this self-sabotage card. Then I'm also getting Hangman from this card. Enlightenment, awakening. By us choosing to trust in the divine, in the universe, in a grander plan, we release attachment for control, which is us releasing the possibility of self-sabotage. And then we got karma that came out as well. So karma initiation came out to clarify self-sabotage. We're reaping what we've sown. Then for awakening, we had hood, love, community to come out, and then bliss, trust in all that we are experiencing, trust in every lesson along your journey, adding value. Then I'm going from tarot. Interesting. I had the page of cups to flip over. Y'all get out of here. And the Empress fell out. And every time I see this awakening card, I don't know why I don't notice or acknowledge her being pregnant, birthing either a physical child, or of course she's pregnant, but you could be birthing an idea, a business, a new lifestyle, a new community, a new soul tribe. But look, the Empress fell out. And she is expecting as well, giving birth as well. Okay. So first, let's do self-sabotage. Ma'am Lambo. Shadow monster Ma'am Lambo is the brain-sucking, snake-like, water-dwelling Zulu goddess of rivers. Guidance. You are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, or avoid? What does your self-sabotage help you to avoid? Embodiment. Your inner saboteur is clever. Seductive patterns of behavior block your path and your power. Distractions, addictions, cravings, and unhealthy habits will not bring you your best. Your inner bully is the voice telling you you messed up, the part of you that is jealous, the anger you don't know what to do with, your stuck inner procrastinator, and your toxic relationship choices. Stop terrorizing yourself with broken promises of discipline. Instead, choose devotion to your chosen pathways. What inspired action can you take today? Declare, I have compassion for myself. That's befitting because we talked about how I said I'm working on learning how to give myself grace in all aspects of my life. And learning how not to set myself up for failure. Because a lot of times, and I did this with, and I'm not gonna claim that I'm doing this with working out, but I was like, oh, we're gonna work out every day. Then I was like, nah, y'all need to take Sunday off, and then so far I done had 2 days off this week, but it's just like knowing my pace and not giving up. So it's like, okay, Simone, tomorrow you wake up, let's work out, let's build up momentum to get to possibly 6 or 7 days a week, but don't go from 0 days and feeling like it's time to have no days off. No, you gotta have that balance, or you're gonna feel like you are overworking yourself, and then you're gonna feel like it's a task. So then you're gonna be like, why am I even doing this? So then you're gonna disconnect with your intention and be back at 0. How are you self-sabotaging yourself? Okay. Then we had Yama-Ya Awakening. I'll read that again, because it just came out the last time I had this deck. Goddess Yamaya, that's what I said I'm gonna call her. Yamaya controls the ocean, the amniotic fluid that nurtures us before we know ourselves. The healing, loving energy of this Yubaru mother, Orisha, never leaves you. I don't know why I say Yubaru, because it's Yoruba. Guidance. Wake up. Awaken now to your true self. Are those tears of joy or sorrow? Let them out. Yamaya swallows your tears. Embodiment. You are vibrating at a higher frequency, so you see everything differently. This is Goddess rising. You're waking up, and once you have experienced awakening, you can never go back to not knowing. The path of awakening is not straight, comfortable, or easy. You have chosen to lift the veil and have a real relationship with the divine. You couldn't come to transcend this world while you're living in it. You didn't come to transcend this world while you're living in it. You came here to dig into the soil, plant yourself, and grow. This ascension is your divine purpose. Declare, I am receiving radiant love. Then we have initiation to come out, clarifying self-sabotage. it says Quatamarwa. Quatamarwa appears upside down, hanging from a sturdy cannabis plant root. This suggests that she is channeling through her feet rather than her crown. Her hands are unseen, and her face is serene and graceful. It is time to accept yourself for where you are and who you are in this life. That's so crazy because yesterday I talked about accepting people for where they are, meeting them where they are. The woman is tied up with an added shibari element to represent surrender and that she is accepting of this period of reflection. Quatamara appears when you need to flip your perspective. Stand on your head, invert, simply get upside down, and then look at the present moment. Are you noticing things you haven't seen before? You are independent, and sometimes that means following your heart despite what other people think of you. Quatamarwa expresses that it is okay to be vulnerable sometimes. Perhaps you are living according to the expectations of mentors in your life instead of living life firsthand. It is time to return to Sapta and take responsibility for the vibrations you are sending out. This card can also appear when you are being too hard on yourself. Surrender brings many rewards. If Quatamara appears for you, it is time to ask the following. Can I see this issue from another perspective? Going within, and it's befitting because we're still vibrating in this new moon energy. Mercury came out of retrograde today, so now we have opened up doorways, gateways, and portals to quantum jump, to change our lives, to implement those new habits that we're trying to align with, release old habits that no longer serve us. Then we got Idaho, karma. Idaho shows the quantum potential symbolized on the flag the angel is carrying, indicating that on some level you have already manifested what it is you are harvesting. This card emerges when a time of clarity and a time for you to be aware, focused, and ready to bask in your accomplishments. Idaho reminds you that not everyone will be happy about your harvest, and that in itself is okay. That does not take away from your harvest and does not add to theirs. If Idaho appears, it is time to stop judging yourself and others so hard. The beautiful green and yellow wings open up your heart center and enable you to fully embrace the fruits that come from nourishing the seeds you planted in the workings of Rye. If this card appears for you, it is time to ask yourself, am I bringing the past into this harvest, meaning my crop isn't as good as it could be? Have I shut down my heart? Am I ready to recreate myself? Wow. Am I ready to recreate myself? Now is the time. Now is the season to send out into the universe what it is you truly want, who it is you truly prefer to be. Show up as. We have hood, love, community, clarifying, awakening. Hood Love stands with his fists out and the gold rings on his fingers spell out his name. And y'all look, you see like that same star within both of these cards. Hood Love stands with his fists out and the gold rings on his fingers spell out his name. Energy is the form of wisdom radiating out from his hands into the ether. The golden sphere from Arziki Dabaran is glowing in his hands, indicating that whatever you touch is going to be fruitful, but you have to believe in yourself before anyone else will. If this card appears, it's time to find the community and support you deserve. We are communal beings and benefit from being around others who understand this. The lone wolf doesn't survive as it would in the pack. Although you may feel alone, there are unseen forces that are supporting you in the ether. Have you met your neighbors? Do you really know your neighborhood? Are your first memories of your neighborhood good ones or ones surrounded by fear? Sit with those memories and retell the story that empowers and leaves you feeling an elevated emotion such as gratitude. I love it. Then we got bliss, trust, Bliss is described as a complete state of happiness or joy and comes from the English word blithe, to find your bliss. We eliminate patterns, habits, and thoughts that take joy away from our daily lives and replace them with things we actually like. Are you doing things you don't actually want or like to do because you feel an obligation to something or someone outside of you? Finding your bliss is about bringing your potential and authenticity to a peak and getting lost in it. A bright yellow veil lifts to the tip of this card as you come out of the balance card. You're trusting the non-material world as you follow a blissful breeze. How befitting. How befitting that I said that is what I'm in the process of doing. Just believing that the universe has my back, believing that all things are working for my good, and vibrating in it and feeling it and believing it. You must be willing to let the universe support you. You are trusting the non-material world as you follow a blissful breeze. We are going with the flow and accepting that we are no longer in control. Although this card seems minimal, it is powerful in the aspects you don't see. You must be willing to let the universe support you. We see a platinum light in this card and minor symbolism for the root chakra, as this card is used in the chakra spread in this book. This card is the card of trust. You must trust that the answers you are seeking are being given. When this happens, your entire soul group of helpers appears through the veil to assist you. It is suggested that we work with orbicular jasper and affirm my life flows forward with ease and I act with integrity. Wow, and it's like, Simone, like the universe is like, how much clearer do you want it to get? Like then we had the Page of Cups clarifying initiation and karma. It says love sends a messenger with good news, so don't be afraid to take chances and explore your emotions with curiosity and playfulness. By following your heart's promptings, you'll be led to happiness. If you feel a sudden surge of inspiration or emotion, go with it. You never know where it might take you. And then we had the Empress. The Empress is the mother who nurtures through her connection with nature. The Empress is the ultimate expression of a woman's power, beauty, and sexuality. She fills her life with passion and pleasure, but knows when and how to regulate those impulses. Emotions are at the core of her being. She feels everything deeply, and her emotions connect her to the world around her. Her energy is vibrant and alive, flowing through everything she touches. She is the embodiment of fertility and abundance, giving life to all who surround her. To find happiness, you must love yourself. The more you love yourself, the happier you will be. Love and self-love enable you to experience deep connections with others. They also help you to weather life's challenges with grace and resilience. Love is everywhere. All you have to do is open yourself up to it. Wow. I love it. And first of all, y'all know I don't believe in coincidence. What are the chances that the first card that came out at the beginning of this reading was self-sabotage, Ma'am Lambo, and then the last card was the Empress card from a tarot deck. And I don't know where the fuck these snails keep coming from, but like snails are taking over my house. Snails and spiders. Like, it's so crazy. When you truly love yourself, when you truly are in love with yourself, you release those self-sabotaging habits. So when you notice and are aware of something no longer serving you or hindering you or becoming an issue or nuisance for you, you go within, you become aware, you acknowledge it, then you become accountable for releasing it and implementing something in its place that is going to add value, that is going to push you to the next level. Y'all, please utilize the energy that is currently happening astrologically to your benefit. We can no longer make excuses. I'm in the process of today, like, just sitting in nothingness, because it's like I have become addicted to trying to manifest. I've become addicted to trying to align with. So now it's kind of like that's that ego still trying to be in control, because with me still vibrating and trying, that means I feel like it's not already happening, and that's what I'm trying to disconnect from. No, that's what I'm in the process of disconnecting from. So having that balance of doing the work and then accepting that the work is already done, if that makes sense. But I hope this message added value. I am Simone the Shepherdess, and I was taught that when you get, you give. When you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. Have a fabulous Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow.